all good stuff. Again, geography is not a limitation. All right, one of my favorite parts of the show is what's in my closet. So, from a stylist standpoint, I think it's really fun to share what makes my heart sing, what I'm attracted to, what I love. And for you to see, if you're not following me on Instagram, which you should be, so make sure if you give me a good old follow if you're not. But it gives you a little bit of insight into how I dress for every day, how I dress for special occasions, special pieces that have a certain meaning to me, but also that I do wear. And yeah, so let me show you what I got for you today. So, and it is in this garment bag because, well, you'll see in a minute why. So I'm going to do a little reveal. All right, and I'm going to take it out. Look at this beauty. So remember earlier in the show, I had mentioned being excited about what Retrofet was sending down the runway. So this right here is a Retrofet dress, and it is made of glass. It's all mirrors. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So we have a little reveal here, kind of cutting across the bust area. So it's very sexy. As you can see, it is very structured in its kind of hourglass um, shape. We have one zip pull that goes right down the center. But look at this. I mean, you can see how much it gleams. Now you see the tag here. I haven't worn it. I got this last year, or maybe it was the fall before. I picked this up at Neiman Marcus, and I was so excited when I saw it. And I think this was hanging on a mannequin, and I got them to take it down because it was the only one that was in my size, and they didn't really have very many. But I was like, I'm gonna have a moment with this. I don't know when. If you again, if you follow me, you'll know that I've shared with this with you before that I buy opportunity pieces. Okay. So even though I tell my clients, don't buy something and then have it sit in your closet for 2 years, the reason it's sitting in their closet for 2 years is because they don't know what to do with it, or they may have made a purchase that probably was not the best purchase for them in terms of their shape, in terms of color, all that, right? I know what works for me. And this dress on is absolutely stunning. The only thing I will say about this dress, though, is that when it's on, because obviously it's lined, but when it's on, you can kind of feel little pokes throughout of the edges of the glass. So is it the most comfortable? Probably not. I probably would have some type of shapewear underneath just for the reason of having an extra layer. But it's not anything that's too crazy, but it's absolutely beautiful. And again, it's retrofit. I did look to see if it was available anywhere for sale, but because I would be happy to share the link with you, but I cannot find it anywhere. I think there may have been like a used one, but it's a really, really, really interesting dress. And I can't wait to wear it. And yeah, if you follow me on my Instagram, when I do wear it, believe me, you will know. You will know. And the other cool thing about this too, this happens to me every once in a while. I will be watching TV, watching Netflix or Sling or whatever, and I actually don't watch a lot of television. I usually have it playing in the background, but every once in a while, I will see something that I own on a model, on a TV, on a celebrity, on and or even like my accessories, handbags and whatnot, especially if it was something like that just came out. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. So I remember I was watching, so I really do enjoy watching the Real Housewives, franchises. I watch, my favorite one is always been Beverly Hills. After that, I watch Atlanta, and I also watch like Married to Medicine and whatnot. But I keep that, again, I usually am playing that in the background. So the season closed for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That I think it was the end of last season, not the current one that's on air right now, the end of last season. Guess who had my dress on? None other than Erica Jane. So I'm sitting there, so at the reunion, I'm like, that is my dress that is hanging in my closet. And I know I've had that before. Yeah. But she beat me in wearing it. She wore it before I had the opportunity to. And she is a tall lady. So you see where it hits her here. It hits like right in the middle here of the top portion of her leg. For me, it does hit a little bit lower. But it was really kind of cool to see the dress that I just showed you. I saw it on TV and Erica Jane was wearing it. So there we go. But again, can't really find that dress anywhere else. And again, opportunity pieces. If you see something that you are like, oh my gosh, if it's something within what you can afford, I would recommend getting it if you know that you will have a moment where you can use it. If you don't, then don't do it. This morning we had a client come over who we actually had a fitting last week with a bunch of different dresses because I'm styling her for she's an event planner and but she's also very very active in her sorority community and also church, and so she has a lot of different lunches and galas, both that she's involved in either from an event planning standpoint or just personally. So we had a great fitting last week, and got her some really beautiful dresses for the upcoming spring season. And one of the dresses arrived late. So she came, actually, you know what? I'm going to show it to you because we haven't bagged it up. I'm going to go get it. Um, I'm coming to grab this dress right here. I had to pull this from the studio. Okay, so this is the dress. And I'll drop a link for this as well. This is absolutely beautiful. This is Karen Millen, and look at the beautiful kind of jewel embellishment that we have here. But here's the back. So we have that continued here on the top panel of the shoulder, but then you've got this sway with the exposed back, and it's actually a pretty short skirt. When you have it on you, depending on your height, it is short. She looked amazing, amazing, amazing in it, but she couldn't take it because for the whites and she forgot to tell me this detail, the whites that she needs to wear for her events, for her soror, can't have any embellishments. It just needs to be white, uninterrupted. So but that was fine. I always love giving my clients options, but this is like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful number. So I'll drop a link for this one as well. But my point with this, where I was going with this, let me close the loop on the story, is that we had a conversation about whether it would be um, beneficial for her to keep it because we were kind of like thinking through what other opportunities could she have, and we got her great dresses last week as well, and we decided for her not to keep it because it just for her, she just would not have an occasion where she would wear that particular ensemble with the cut, in the back, she wants to be a little bit more modest. So that's not something that she would wear for a church function, right? Because it has that reveal. But then, for the white uninterrupted, and there's nothing else outside of that that she would have an occasion to wear it for. So rightfully, she and I completely supported it and it made sense, made the decision not to move forward with the dress. That is a smart thing. So this is what I'm saying. If you have an opportunity piece like what I just showed you, the opportunity means that it's an opportunity for you to actually wear it. Do not buy something in hopes of, maybe I could. Like for me in my lifestyle, and especially in what I do, I'm always going to really, really cool. That's one of the blessings of being a personal stylist is that I'm get invites to really, really cool events. And I always want to have something fresh and ready. So I always know that I'm going to have an opportunity and then I wait for the right alignment of the environment, who's going to be there, what is it for, if there's a color theme, things like that. Everything that I buy as an opportunity piece, I always end up executing. And boy, when it executes well. So I just want you to think about that, as you are looking at certain, dresses or tops or, fun jeans or anything like that. Just make sure that it is something that you're going to be able to wear. So that wraps up what is in my closet for this week. And that